Hi, I'm Arinder Bhullar,
Hi, I'm Shiv, Rura.
and this is the Arinder Bhullar Podcast. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Arinder Bhullar Podcast. Today we've got a very special guest on today, a very well-renowned makeup artist, Sandie Basra. Sandie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Arinder. Well, firstly, thank you for having me on your amazing podcast.
Thank you.
I've been tuning in, and it's honestly, you're doing a really, really fab job. So I'm so glad to be here today. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, so I have been in the makeup industry. Well, I've been a makeup artist I was counting on the way down, like how long have I been a makeup artist for? I think coming up to 15 years this year.
Yeah.
So it's been
A good few years.
Yeah, a good few years.
You don't look
which is good.
old enough to be in the industry for 15
For
years.
15 years. So I got into hair and makeup by chance. It was never ever on the cards. It was never planned. I just wanted to learn how to do my own makeup. I just felt like, you grow up and you get all this makeup handed down by friends and cousins,
Sure.
but nobody actually tells you how to apply the makeup.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to learn how to do my own makeup because I felt like that's what made me feel confident about myself.
Yeah.
It made me feel good about myself, and I feel like with makeup you can really express how you feel.
Sure.
So I wanted to learn, and then I started doing my research. Nobody teaches hair and makeup. Well, 15 years ago,
They
nobody
didn't,
taught
yeah.
anything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
And
even
on
growing
that
up-
note, I must say I made a special effort today because I went on a course
Yes, you did,
on one of Sandie's pro stylist courses.
Yes, that was our self-application masterclass.
That's
that
right.
We held.
And do you know what? I picked up so much. And now I feel very confident when I'm going to any party. I can make a little bit more of an effort.
Thank you. You know what? That means a lot. And I think that's why we started these classes. So, I learnt the course, and then the person that was running the academy back then, Large Lally, she's another big name
Yes.
in West London. And now me and her, we joined teams and we started teaching courses together. And then on the back of that, we started teaching the self-application classes that you attended.
Yes, yeah.
Because I said to Large, I was like, you know what, I was that girl that wanted to learn how to do makeup.
Yeah.
And I went and did a professional bridal course because that was the only way for me to learn how to do makeup.
Yeah. Well, you did well.
And then, so, I feel like every time one door closes, another two open. And me just learning a new skill set opened so many other doors for me and started
yeah.
a whole new career that I didn't even dream of. So we run the courses as well now, as alongside me being a makeup artist. And I feel like that's why I wanted to start teaching these courses, because I wanted every woman out there to be able to learn how to do her own makeup and feel good about herself.
Yeah, because we're never taught, are we?
We're never taught.
We just know this is lipstick and this is eyeshadow, but how do you put it on?
Put it on.
How
And
do you
the
make it
basics
look
of
so
it.
nice?
Yeah, the basics of how do you keep it on
Simple
for long.
basics, and yeah.
How do you colour correct
Yes.
under eyes, or how do you set your powders?
Yeah.
Little things like that.
Yeah.
And you can probably relate to this. Like when you get married, you're given a body and you're given makeup
Yeah.
and you're given outfits,
Yeah.
but nobody's ever told you how to put that makeup on.
Yeah. But even when I got married many, many moons ago, my sister did my makeup.
Yeah.
We didn't have makeup artists
No,
in those
there was no
days.
such thing as a
No
makeup
such
artist,
things,
was
no.
there?
And she did mine and I did hers.
Did you get her ready on your wedding? Nice. But that's how it used to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how it used to be. Do you remember those days, Shiv?
No. Shiv's too young.
I wasn't there in those days.
Shiv's too young.
But yeah, that was the story. And I feel like in the last, I don't know, probably in the last 10 years, I'd say, things have really changed.
Oh, yeah.
Things have really changed where, finally, like the obviously bride used to get her hair and makeup done, and then the mum started, the sister started, the immediate
the whole
family started,
family, yeah.
and now it's even
Everyone's booked, aren't
even
they?
anybody that's attending a wedding wants to treat themselves
They
to hair and
do.
makeup.
I mean, sometimes if I've got a
An
close,
event,
like a close relative getting married or an
Yeah.
event, I do say
Yeah.
I want to get someone to do my makeup.
Yeah, and
but
rightfully you should.
after your course, I do it myself.
There you go. Sorry to all the other makeup artists out there. But I feel like that's as a woman, we should know those skills.
Yeah.
And we
Because
should be
they're
able to do our
part of
makeup.
part and parcel of our lifestyles now.
Yes, and dressing up.
Yeah,
and
dressing
like it's
up.
the same as you want a brand new outfit. You
Yeah.
know, with that outfit you want to do your hair and you want to get your makeup
Yeah.
done.
But men also have makeup done too.
Very
Yeah,
true.
and I'm loving it. I did
Very
say that.
true,
You
yeah.
are glowing today.
I just think as you said, I just think it's important to be able to like express yourself and to be
Yes.
able to, I think, it's almost like being the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like, it's
definitely.
not about changing. Exactly, it's not about changing every little exact thing about yourself. It's
Yeah.
about just making what you have and making it look better a little
Yes.
bit.
Yeah,
Definitely.
enhancing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the word.
enhancing.
Enhancing.
It is. It's about enhancing, but it comes with it's fashion, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same as we go and style our hairs a different way,
Yeah.
or
And
we
we
want the
live in
trending clothes.
we live in a very different society now. We've got social media,
Yes.
Instagram, so we
Yeah.
all have to be sort of Instagrammable almost.
Yes.
You know, it's almost about keeping up appearances, which is not a bad thing.
Yes,
because
I feel like
that's
it's
what
good because it kind of gets us a bit. Okay, I need to
Yeah.
look good and feel good.
Yeah.
But it's about the feel good factor, isn't it?
I was
Absolutely.
just going to say that. I was just going to say,
Yeah.
so like some people, they probably would wear makeup at home as well because they just feel like good about themselves every time they
Even
put
when
it
I go to
on.
the shop, I need to put my concealer on. I just feel good when I'm going to the local shops.
Yeah, I have to add a little bit.
yeah, not the full
Yeah, not the
face,
full, maybe a little bit of concealer.
yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, but that, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there
It's
is
just making yourself look better.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you first started, when you first said that you wanted to start doing bridal makeup, how did your family and how did people in sort of our community, what did they think of it when you first just said you wanted to start doing makeup?
So I feel like when I started, because it wasn't a big thing, it was really looked down on. And especially family, making comments like, "Oh, you can do makeup?
Yeah.
What you can do with makeup? How can that possibly be a career for you?
A job, yeah.
A job, or if you're going to do makeup, how many people are going to book you in 1 year?" But I feel like when I know, if I want to do something, I know if I put my mind to it, I can go out there and do it and achieve it. And I just knew that, makeup makes me feel so good. I love doing it, and I just want to do this. And those people now are like, "Oh, that was so amazing. You did that back
Good career
then.
move."
Yeah, that was amazing, Sandie. You did the right thing." And I'm like, in the back of my head, like, you were against it.
Yeah.
And now you want to ask me if I'm free to do your makeup.
First,
you
the
know?
first to judge, and then they act like they support you all the
Yeah,
way
they
through.
supported you
Yeah.
all along. But I remember my Bibi, bless her, she would always forget, so you'd have to every day repeat the same thing to her. And on the weekends when I used to go to do makeup, well, Bibi, my makeup kan chatlinga. She's like, "Huh? Tu katlinga?" She really looked down on it, and she was like, "Yeah, but in India, the men used to do it.
Yeah.
Why are you doing it?"
What do they mean the men used to do
So
it?
the men used to, in the bend, the
Okay.
men used to go out to get girls ready, or they were the ones who were working in the salons. It was a very low-end job.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
to
yeah,
her,
yeah.
it was like, we don't do that. Why are you doing this?
Oh, I see.
But in this country, no job is low, is it?
Yes, yeah.
Every job is a career.
It's a
job.
career, yeah. But I
No
feel
matter-
like since social media took over, I think that's when the whole game really changed. That's when, now everybody wants their hair and makeup doing. And, it's a skill set. You need to really be good at what you do for people to want you or want to
Exactly,
book you on
yeah.
the day.
It's like being an artist, basically, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. And you know what? I used to love art at school. and it all makes sense now.
It does. It all connects, doesn't it?
It all connects. Like,
Yeah.
at school, I used to love drawing.
Me
and
too.
Painting
I loved
and
drawing.
textiles and all
Yeah,
of that. I used to
yeah.
love it. And you know, when it's GCSEs, my mum was like, "What are you going to pick up? What's that going to do for you? Go and pick a proper subject."
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. It was always perceived as something
something that what
won't
you're going to
be
get out
no
of this.
use of you. I did
Yeah.
art as well, and
Yeah.
I loved it,
Yeah.
and I was good at it.
Yeah,
But then I
used
was
to love,
always
like,
pushed away
you know,
from
doing
it.
the
you know?
shadowing and the colour
Yeah.
correcting. I used to love
Yeah.
all of that, but
Yeah.
it makes sense now
It
because
does, yeah.
I feel like I'm more of a hands-on person and more artistic when it comes to things like that, as opposed to an office job, 9 to 5
Yeah.
job.
Yeah,
I feel
well,
like
you
that's-
have to
that's
be.
not for me.
Our
Yeah.
industry is such that we
Yeah.
have to be artistic.
Artistic,
Even your
yeah.
styling, your makeup,
Yeah.
your
Even
designing.
styling's a big thing.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
an
we're-
outfit can be so beautiful, but if you haven't pinned the chunni correctly,
Yeah.
it's
That's
not going
true.
to do
it
it
just
any
won't
justice.
look good. Yeah.
I just feel like
Yeah.
I just wouldn't be able to, as you said, you wouldn't be able to be in an office job. I don't think I'm someone that would be able to just be able to do the same thing behind a desk.
Every day.
Yeah, like some people
Yeah.
are made to do that. Don't
I
get me
did
wrong.
for 15
Yeah.
years. I worked
Did
in
you?
London.
Oh,
Did you
Yeah.
enjoy it?
Was it in fashion or was it like just a
No,
office job?
I mean, after I left school, I got a
Yeah.
job in a bank, and then,
Yeah.
you know, I sat behind a desk for 15 years doing an office job, but my heart wasn't in it.
Yeah.
It was paying my mortgage.
Yeah.
I got married.
But that's why.
You know, I was paying, it paid me enough to pay my mortgage, live a nice lifestyle, but
yeah.
it wasn't what I wanted. And then when Rajinder said, let's move to Leicester, open a shop, I thought, oh,
That sounds exciting.
you know, it sounds,
yeah.
because I've always wanted to design. I've loved clothes.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was meant to be.
It's meant to be, yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like it all happens at the right time.
That's right, yeah. Because
yeah.
I would never, I always used to say, I'm not moving outside the M25. If we're moving in London, it has to be in London.
And look at you
That's
now.
it.
You're
and
at
I
the
came to
Golden Mile
Leicester.
with your own store.
My family still say, oh, you're up north. I say, no, I'm not. I don't care. I love it.
Yeah.
Wherever I am, I love what I do.
Love what you do. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like with our industry, I think on the surface of it, everything looks really glam, but I don't think people understand the hard work that goes
Yeah,
behind
so I'm
the
glad you
scenes.
picked on that subject because it isn't, you know, people think, oh, she's a makeup artist, you know, she'll do a little bit of makeup and come home. But, you know, I'm sure there's a struggle behind that.
It
Getting
is.
up in the morning,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah, like Friday night, I'm normally 5 o'clock, I'm in bed Friday evening.
5 o'clock in the evening.
In the evening, I'm in
yeah,
bed.
because you've got to do a job in
Because
the
I've got to
morning.
wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning
Wow.
to get ready to go to work.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't see that we sacrifice every weekend that we
Yes.
could be spending with our family.
Yes.
But instead, you know, my husband or my son, they're all going out on a Friday night,
Yeah.
living their best life, and I'm in bed. You know?
Yeah, for a young person like yourself.
Yeah, but then they're the sacrifices we make.
Absolutely, and it's your passion,
And it's
isn't
my
it?
passion.
Yeah.
So I happily wake up at 1 in the morning because
You're
I love what I
enjoying.
do. Yeah.
You know, like when people say to me, oh, are you not fed up of what you do? I said, no, do you know what? Every morning I wake up with a smile.
You probably wake up with a new light bulb moment. What can I
Yes.
do today?
Yeah. And then I drive down, and I've said it before, I drive down and I see people at the bus stop, they, oh, glad I'm not, you know, I'm
Yeah.
glad I'm doing what I'm doing
Yes.
because I'm going to a job that I love.
And it doesn't feel like a job, then,
No,
does it?
it's
It feels
not.
like I feel like I'm just meeting new,
Yeah.
lovely brides every weekend,
Yes.
part of their big weddings.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
And it makes me happy to make them happy on the morning.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel
and
like our jobs are quite social as well, if you think
Yes,
about it.
yeah.
Like, we're always, I think that's what I mean by an office job is in terms of you just stay with the same people.
Yeah.
It's like the same timings and everything. At least we get to meet new people every single
Yes,
day.
yeah.
But I think you need to have you need to be able to be socialised.
Yeah,
Do you see
you
what
need
I
a
mean?
people's
Yeah.
personality.
You have to be, yeah,
You've got to be
people-
a bit more of a...
people
And you need a
Yeah.
social
person.
battery as well.
Yes. Yeah. We definitely need one of them. Yeah. I
I
feel
let, I
like-
let Shiv do that on my behalf.
Oh, do you? What, when your battery's dying
Yes.
down a little?
You got to remember, I'm a lot older than you guys.
Well, it's all right. At least you got the tag team, right?
Yes, definitely.
Your turn. My turn. Your turn.
Yeah. So yeah, like you said, this, you know, it's not easy. Our jobs are not easy. It's a struggle.
It's a struggle.
But we
yeah.
do it because we enjoy it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And then you know, let's talk about the clients, the customers. You know, you get amazing, good customers, and they give you wonderful feedback. And when you're with them, it's lovely. But you do get that odd customer that will give you a little bit of a nightmare moment.
Yeah. I feel like once a year you're guaranteed to get one. Yeah. But touch wood, I think I've been really fortunate. Like all my clients have been amazing. I think that's why probably I've lasted so long as a makeup artist.
Yeah.
But
because you have to learn to be flexible yourself,
yes,
don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
When they say, the customer's always right, you have to
really treat them as they are right.
Yes, even if they're wrong.
Yes,
and especially when you're with you, it's a little bit different because you're actually in their environment, because you go to their house.
Yes.
Whereas when clients come here, they come into where we work, where you're going to...
You're somewhat in control of the situation, aren't you? Because they're in your kind of private space. Yeah. We do get clients, but, I think as makeup artists, we always need to remember that they are paying us for a service.
Yeah.
And whatever they want, if I don't agree with it, I need to provide that service, and I will happily provide that because they've booked me to provide a service, and I need to provide that service.
But you'll also give them the advice.
I give them the advice. Yes,
this isn't right.
Yes,
try it this way. And then they'll agree with you.
Yes, they will.
That happens with our clothes as well. They'll say,
for an example, if I get the bride ready and she's really adamant she wants a nude lip. And then if I feel like, if the outfit is a bit nude and then she wants a nude lip, and if I feel like there's no colour there, I do sometimes try to encourage them, let's try it. There's no harm in trying it. If you don't like it, I can wipe it off. It's very simple, but it's your big day. Don't then afterwards have that little thought in the back of your head niggling you like, oh, what if I did try it? What if I did like it? I say, I'm here. Yeah. We can try it. And
Which
if you
is
don't
nice.
like it, we'll take it off and then we'll put the next one on.
It's good because it's not like you're just, as you said you'll give them what they want, but you also go for what you think as well.
Yes,
and you're not just giving it to them. Do you see what I mean?
So like during my courses, this is the one thing that we always teach during our 8-day courses. Like, we're going to teach you everything you need to know to become a successful qualified makeup artist. But along this, you should always give your professional opinion. Yeah. This bride has never been married before. She's never worn a big outfit before, or heavy outfit, or she's not had her hair done like this before. So it's all new to her. So, you've got to guide them. And if you really strongly believe that, or this hairstyle won't look nice with this, be honest and just say, you know what, babe, I think maybe we could do this, or have you thought about this? And just plant that seed and then let them have a little think about it while you're doing their makeup.
Do you think girls normally, do they listen to you normally?
They normally do, yeah. They'll normally say, oh, I didn't think that was going to look nice on me. And then I'm like, no, if I think it will look good on them, I'll be like, no,
but
I think it will look nice on you.
Sandie, do trials as well?
Yes, so I don't do them that often. Say out of 10, only 2-3
I remember
brides.
years ago there used to be a trial.
So there's few brides that want trials, and then the brides I feel like that wear makeup on a day-to-day, and they know exactly what they want on the day, won't book a trial in. But the girls that book trials in are usually the ones that don't wear makeup on a day-to-day, and then they just want to see how it's going to look. So when I do trials, I normally advise my brides to book a trial in once they've got their bridal outfit and they've got their jewellery, so they can then see the whole look come together. It's all about the whole look.
Yeah. So when they say, oh, they're so expensive, bridal lenge, or makeup artists, or the cake, or the videographer, do you feel that it's a service we're providing that takes a lot out of us as well? If we're creating something,
it's like the standard of designer outfits that you provide is from your experience. You've not just started them last week. And I think that's what people fail to understand. It's the skill that you've learnt and developed over so many years to what you're providing today. And I feel like as makeup artists as well, you do sometimes get these comments about it's too expensive, is this, is that, but our makeup kit is made up of designer brands that don't come cheap. And they're very expensive, and then we're constantly replenishing stock.
I was going to say you're replenishing, and the hygiene side of it, cleaning, wiping, it all
every
adds up.
evening after a booking, my brush set is all washed again, and then it's not just wiped very lightly here and there. Everything is washed, everything is clean, put back into place. But I feel like you know, a lot of people think, oh, you only work on the weekends. What do you do on a weekday?
Yeah.
My mum says that to me. You know, you're free. Well, what do you mean you're working? You don't have a bright today.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's so much admin side stuff that goes
Yeah.
into, you know, and
you're
our
always-
health as well.
Yeah, and you're developing yourself.
Yes, and
you're
we're training,
moving.
we're moving, we're learning new things.
Yeah.
And I feel like the health side of things as well, we're constantly working.
Yeah.
And we put our health on the back seat.
Yeah,
of
and you need
everything.
time off, don't you?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I feel I do need time off.
Yeah.
Because yes, I love what I do, but I need my
You need
own
a break
space.
just to kind of restore everything
Yeah.
and just come back fresh and,
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
more ideas.
Yeah, very important.
Going back to like that expensive makeup artists being expensive and all of this
Yeah.
sort of thing, I also feel like it's also like you were saying about, like, just then you just taught me something about how you said you have to clean your brushes and you have to do all of that. I know makeup artists clean their brushes all the time and things
Yeah.
like that, or they should anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just, you said that you go to sleep at 5 o'clock in the evening on a Friday.
Yeah.
And imagine cleaning your brushes before that. So that's a good like hour and a half cleaning your brushes. So
Yeah.
that's gone on working.
So my whole day Friday has just gone on to, from the minute I wake
Preparing,
up, just
basically.
prepping and
Prepping,
setting,
yeah.
getting my bags ready, replenishing all my stocks down to, for the hair stuff, for an example, I have got the hairpins, I've got my elastic bands, I've got my hairspray bottles. You know, I have to always make sure I've got sometimes double of everything just in case I leave something at a bride's house
Yeah.
and I've got another bride to get to. You know, the back of my boot is like a stock
Because
room
it's such a
most
big
of the time.
responsibility.
Yeah, you know, I
isn't
can't.
it?
If I turn up to a bride's house and be like, oh, you know, I
Can I
forgot my
use a
curler.
hairspray?
Can I use your curler? Or can I use your hairspray? She's going to be like, what did I book you for?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've had that where makeup artists have come into the room and asked me, oh, you know, I forgot this. Can I borrow yours?
Yeah.
You know, and it's great when there's another makeup artist there. You know, we're all there to help each other.
Yeah.
But it is very stressful job where you need to make sure you've got everything, and you know you don't forget.
And then the
anything
job you
behind.
do, you know, the finished product
Yes.
is very important
It
as
is,
well,
yes,
because
it
that's
is.
what then goes out everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
So if you've done a good job, you know, I
Everyone
always
at our
say
wedding's gonna see.
10 people will say, wow, you know,
Yeah.
and if it's not 10 people will say, whoa, you know,
Yeah.
and then that will spread.
Yeah.
I feel
Do
like
you
with
know-
our industry, it's all more about word of mouth.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Instagram.
And Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Instagram, yeah, but I feel
Well,
like
I think
word of
word
mouth
of
spreads
mouth-
more faster.
I think Sandie's right
Yeah.
because, you know, if they've had a good experience with me about creating something for, you know, their lenga, they'll tell someone else.
Yeah.
Same with Sandie.
Yeah.
They'll tell someone else, oh, she did a brilliant job, and you can see the pictures, and
Yeah.
you know, and the same thing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, how do you get your styling jobs when you?
Like if you, for
it's word of
example, draped
mouth.
someone's chunni and she did not like it, but you've left her like that now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's going to go and tell all her friends,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
true.
don't like this.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
And that little seed.
It's the
Online.
same with me. Do you get what I mean? Same with me. If I don't listen to her and what she wants,
That little seed will then spread.
spread, and
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
gonna, regardless of all the nice other things that I
You've
was there, say
done,
for
yeah.
3 hours that I've done, in the last
Exactly.
5 minutes
Yeah.
we had a disagreement. She's gonna
Yeah.
hold on to the disagreement.
Yeah,
very true.
absolutely. Yeah.
Rather than the last 3 hours of all the goodness that we created, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's true. Word of mouth is in our industry, it's very, very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
But then would you say, June, like we were talking about trials and things like that then, would you say that like the trials, do you think girls don't have trials so much now as well because of Instagram?
Yes,
Because
because
they
they've
see
seen
your
exactly
pages.
what they want.
Confidence, yeah.
Yes,
Don't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I think trials was more of a thing back in the day because people used to ask you, do you have a portfolio to show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they wanted to come to your house and
Yes.
see your portfolio.
Now your social media is a portfolio.
Yeah.
That's your life portfolio
Yeah.
there. So anybody from sitting anywhere can look at your work.
Yeah.
So I feel like the only girls that book trials with me are the ones that shy away from makeup.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they don't know what that looks like, that much makeup, how it's going to look on them on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
that's-
also it's an extra
yeah.
expense as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
A trial is,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
obviously
it
you're
is.
spending
And
time
they do,
doing
and I
it,
understand, you know, with weddings, every little thing starts adding up.
Yeah.
But you know, it's you know, I take up to like 2.5, 3 hours with my trials. It's not just a quick half an hour, come see me, and I'll just, you know, put your hair up and put elastic band around it and job done type of thing. You know, I go through the whole thing and I'll, you know, show them this is what a middle parting looks like, this is what a side looks like, this is what a bit of volume looks like. what do you prefer?
Yeah.
You know, so that's the whole purpose of, I feel like a trial is when you're trialing out different things.
Versions.
Basically, like us
Versions
making
of-
a swatch
Yes, yeah.
for a lenga.
Yeah. So same thing, yeah. And you know, and I do always really emphasize that it's really important you only book a trial in with me once you've got your outfit and once you've got your jewelry, so they can actually see the whole look come together.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
And
say
any
that as well.
changes-
though.
We always say that. Yeah.
And any changes that they want to make, then we can go ahead and, like, you know, then they can see everything, and then there's no hidden surprises on the day. You know, so I think it's really important.
Do you feel girls want to look more natural nowadays, or do they like that big?
I feel like the big hair's going now.
Yeah, and
It's
you know,
more like
not so
natural.
plastered.
Yes.
Bit more natural.
I feel like it's more like the whole
Dewy.
daytime natural look and like no makeup look.
Which looks nicer as well.
Yes, I think
because
so.
we did mention in another podcast where girls can actually, you can't recognise them.
Yes,
sometimes
yeah.
they're so
And about
different.
So
skin
different.
changing colour, like with foundations and things like that, how they change colours and things like that.
I feel like I just don't, you know.
Agree with it? Or?
Yeah, I feel like you should, you know, makeup is about enhancing your
Yes.
features, not
changing
changing your skin
yourself.
colour.
Yeah.
You know, and I do, you know, I think I've only ever had one experience like that where the bride requested, like,
Yeah.
you know, lighter.
Yeah.
And I did say to her, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like doing this. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Sandie, are there any misconceptions about, you know, what you do and how your job is portrayed out there, you know, in the industry?
Misconceptions. So I don't, like, a lot of people know that I've got a team of makeup artists now. So.
I don't think they do. That's a
Oh,
good.
don't they? Don't
I
they know?
think that's a good thing. That's a good, you know, good thing.
They
to
are,
let people-
yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like, so I started, so basically because we train, we do an 8-day training course, which is a fully accredited course by BABTAC. You know, and then I thought to myself, you know what, I train all these girls and I have so many inquiries that I say no to because we get booked up.
Yeah, because you can't be everywhere,
Yeah,
can you?
like I can only do, you know, at one time,
Yeah.
you know, be in one place. So, you know, we put a team together, which is called the Pro Stylist team. And they've all been trained through Pro Makeup London courses. And
So you personally have a team of 25 girls.
26 girls.
26
yes,
girls,
Yes,
okay.
26 girls that have all trained with Pro Makeup London.
Yeah.
with
So
my-
if I rang up and said I want to, you know, my daughter's getting married, and,
Yeah.
you know, or I'm getting married,
So I can
you
cater. I can cater for the whole bridal party.
Sure. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, I can. You know,
And
we
if
can
you
do the
can't
bridal.
be personal to me,
Yes.
you will send someone to your level.
Yes, yes. So I'll send somebody out, and I feel like the big misconception out there is where people probably get afraid when they hear the word
Yeah.
that you've got a team because they
Yeah.
don't know who's going to turn up on the day.
Yeah.
I've heard loads of horror stories
Have you-
where I've been to a client's house, I'm getting a bride ready, and the sisters have come running into the room like, oh, you know. B was meant to come, but D turned up. And I'm like, what do you mean B was meant to come and D turned up? She was like, oh, I opened the door and she said I'm artist D, but I had artist B book.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I was confused. I was like, what you look like now? I was like, what do you mean? Like, what's her name? She goes, her name is Artist B or Artist D. I was like,
That's a bit rude.
it's so. I was like, how can somebody, firstly, want to join a team where they're not
don't have a
even being,
name.
So they don't
Not
know.
being recognised.
recognized
Yeah.
as an individual, you know.
So they don't know who's coming on the day.
So they'll be told that they're gonna have Artist B, but
Okay.
I feel like, who is Artist B?
That's what I mean. The person
Do
doesn't
you mean-
realise who's coming on the
Who's
which
coming
makeup
on the day,
artist.
yeah.
Because I remember when I inquired with you about when was it? It was last year.
Yes.
About a booking that someone had. And I said, "Oh, can you do it?" And you said you can't. So then you sent I think you sent a few
I sent you
Instagram
recommendations,
pages and
yes.
stuff like that. And
Yeah.
you told us to check them and speak to them and see who we're comfortable with.
Yes.
And they did that, and it worked out really well.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, the thing is, you know that they're to that level that they can do a good job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what everybody wants.
And that's what
yeah.
everybody wants. And I feel like, you know, with my team, it's very open. Like, if I'm not available, I'll tell you I'm not available on this day, but you can book with, and I'll send a list of which stylists are available, and then you can view their work on Instagram, and then you can book from there. And once all the booking is confirmed, contracts and everything have been sent out, then we put you directly in touch with that stylist that you've got. So, you know, you can talk to that stylist, you can call them, tell them, you know, what your likes and what the do's and the don'ts are, how you like your makeup, how you want your hair done. You can book a trial in with them. So everything is very transparent.
makes sense.
I think it's important though to, especially on your wedding day, to, or even if it's not your wedding, it's like a family wedding. I think it's so important
especially
to
for
know.
like the bride's mum or the groom's mum, you know, to know who's coming and what their style is and how
what
they're
sort
gonna...
of person they are as well, because I feel like it depends a lot on their personality as well. So when you go into like a house, for instance, like my friend, she got married last year, but her civil was the year before. And I'm not going to mention any names, but the person that did turn up to do her, she had someone to do her hair, who was lovely. Yeah. And then the person who came to do her makeup was so moody and was just so, she was killing the vibe and the mood, and she was so rude and moody, and it was almost like she didn't want to be there, but she's getting paid to do something.
Is, you know, your wedding is the whole experience,
you know
isn't
what
it?
I feel like with the makeup artist, you know, that's the first person you're gonna see on your wedding day before you walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
You know, and we tell all our girls when we train them as well, and our team, you know, you need to make sure that bride walks out of that room happy.
Yeah.
As a makeup artist, that is your responsibility as well, to make sure she's happy, make sure she's relaxed.
Very important.
And you know, I have brides, they're fine throughout the whole time of getting ready, but as soon as they see guests coming up into the house, they'll start shaking. That, you know, nerves will kick in, reality kicks in that they're getting married and it's their wedding, and you know, and my job is just to make sure that my bride's nice and calm. I'll put music on. I've always got a playlist on my phone, so I'll always put some music on in the background just so she can just sit there and listen to the music, so she's not overthinking and stressing herself out.
That's really nice
about
to hear
things.
as well, because that just it just shows a bit of personality coming through into your business as well.
Yes, yeah.
And it's not like you're making the bride feel comfortable in what you're doing, and even if she is nervous on that day, you're kind of calming
I feel like
her.
I started from that because I was like, I'm such a heavy breather. I don't want to be breathing so loud that she can hear me breathing for the next 3 hours. So I was like, right, I need to get a playlist put together. But this playlist has honestly done wonders for me, because it's just so I've got 2 different playlists. I've got one for early mornings, which is really, you know, soft Hindi music, calming, really relaxed, is not really loud. I can have it on really low in the background. So yes, if it's a Punjabi bride, I'll say to her, you know, do you listen to Shabad in the morning? I'll put that on. And when the mum walks in, she's so happy that her daughter's got, you know, Kirtan in the background, you know. Then I have like a really soft Hindi playlist, and then I've got something a bit more livelier for when I go for my reception brides.
Get them in the vibe.
Get them in the vibe. It's all about getting your brides
ready
and geared up for that day, you know.
Excellent.
And I feel like as a makeup artist, you're the first point of contact on that morning before photographers arrive, and you know, you need to leave her feeling so happy, you know, that she's so excited for her big day.
Yeah, good.
So it's not just about being a makeup artist, it's just about, you know, making sure that your bride is happy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Same with our job, isn't it?
We need to make them feel
because
comfortable,
when she leaves
confident.
She's leaving with a smile on her face because she knows, I can't wait to wear this outfit. You
Do
know?
you know, if you think about it, it's the biggest outfit you'll ever buy in your life. You know, you're getting married, and every girl dreams of being that, you know, princess.
Yes,
you
definitely.
know, of being, you know, looking beautiful for her wedding day. And you know, if you can make a bride happy, I think. Yeah. Amazing.
I need to come back to you. I need to recycle my outfit. I need to get a sari made to my blouse.
Okay.
I'm going to like make different outfits for different things.
I feel like
so I can rewear them again.
I just realised something sitting here. I feel like it's like a production line. So you get your outfit, then you get your makeup done, and then you get styled. And then you go.
Us three should go out together, shall we? And then you rock up, hey? When I've geared her up for the day to go and drape a chutney.
Thank you for watching and listening to our podcast. I hope you enjoyed what we were speaking about today, and we did have a little bit of fun, so I hope you enjoyed that little element of it as well. Thank you, Sandie, for coming on.
It
was really nice having you.
No, thank you so much for having me. I've had such a great time with you lot. I always do. We always have a laugh and a joke. We do. It's been amazing. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Do you want to let our viewers know your Instagram handles?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Sandie Basra, my name.
Spell it.
Sandie, not Y, D-I-E. And that's Basra, B-A-S-R-A. And then if anybody out there wants to become a makeup artist or train with us or do any of the courses that Arinder loved attending. We do one-day courses. We also have online tutorials. I forgot to mention that. So we've started doing online tutorials where people can actually sit at home in the comfort of their own home and watch our tutorials, and they're priced from about £30, £35. Very cool. I've made these tutorials very price them very reasonably because I want every woman there to have access out there.
So many people, as in my family, have asked me,
oh really?
about,
have they?
and I've given your details.
Oh,
so that's handy to know that because my family's all in London.
In London, yeah.
And it'll be amazing that they can have a tutorial.
So I started last year. I started doing online tutorials because the class that you attended, I get so busy in the year, I just struggle to find a day out to do those one-day sessions. So they're all online tutorials.
Where do you find those?
On my website.
Okay.
So the website is Pro Makeup London. So my courses are Pro Makeup London. Website is Pro Makeup London. Courses are all on the Pro Makeup London website. We've got quite a few. I've got mature skin there. I've got full glam, so 30 minutes, step by steps, and it's just a one-time purchase. You only buy it the one time, and you can watch it again and again at home and perfect your skills. And then I've done smaller videos for £10, just under eye settings or how to put your eyeshadow on, how to set your makeup. So, and there's loads more coming out. We've got one coming out soon in the next few weeks as well. So I just want to. I feel like with me, yes, I'm a hair and makeup artist, but I also want to teach women out there on how to feel good about themselves and how to feel confident.
Wonderful.
Because I feel like that's one of,
Yeah, great.
we should all feel good. So, that's me.
Thank you, Sandie. Lovely having you.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for watching.